Guys, on today's episode, we're going to be making brisket burn-ins. Got a piece with a really good bark, nice and squishy. It just dissolved in my mouth like butter. Yeah, like I said, we're going to be making some burnt ends from the brisket that we cooked last week. There's going to be a link for that down below. Go check it out. So we've taken the point off of that brisket and we kept it and in some foil on a foil pan with some of the au jus sauce. And I'm just bringing it back up to temperature. It's sitting over here in the ugly drum smoker right now. And we're going to go ahead and check it and see what that temperature's like. We want it to be right around 200, 205, the same temperature that we would pull it off the grill, the smoker when we were cooking it originally, just like we did in the video last week when we cooked the actual brisket. So we're going to go ahead and check that out. If it's there, we're going to pull it out onto the cutting board and get started. So guys, today we're going to use our Inkbird Instant Read Thermometer. If you'd like one of these, you definitely need one of these. And if you'd like to pick one up, go ahead and use the link down below in our description for our Amazon affiliate site, and you can pick one up. These are so cheap, and they are absolutely amazing. So let's go ahead and stick it in. Oh, butter soft. And let's see where we're at. See if you can see that. 202, 203. This bad boy's ready to pull off, so let me get a spatula. We're going to pull this off. We're going to sit it over on the table and get ready. Alright guys, so to get this brisket ready for burnt ends, we're going to open it up out of the foil and take a look at all of that beautiful au jus that's in there that we've created during the cook. So we're going to take this point out and we're going to put it on our chopping block here and start cubing it up. Now when we cube this up, we want to make sure that we're cubing up in about 1-inch squares, because we really want this type of bark with all that beautiful, delicious seasoning to be all the way around it, and then we'll show you what else we like to do with our burnt ends. It's very hot. Start cubing it up. Call that the chef's treat. There's quite a bit of fat on this one, and basically that's all fat. So I'm actually going to set this piece aside, and that'll be a Scooby snack for us while we're cooking. Same thing with this piece here. A lot of fat, so we'll take the meat off of it and snack on it later. Alright, once we got everything cubed up in fairly similar sizes, because we want it all to warm back up and get coated nice and evenly, we're going to start placing it back into our pan with that delicious au jus. so that we can put some finishing touches on it before we throw it back into the smoker. Now that we've got everything cubed up and back into our pan, we want to kind of make sure it's all laying pretty flat, because we want to coat it with another coat of this Texas Barbecue Chapter Texas style barbecue seasoning. That's what we cooked this brisket with, and it was awesome. Look out for Big Rome and all them guys at Texas Barbecue Chapter. We're just going to put a light coating of that on there, and then we're going to throw in some of our own. This is our pork and poultry sweet powder. This is something that we've developed, and we're working with a partnership to try to get this mass produced. But this has a lot of good sweet flavors, and we're going to throw that on there because, after all, burnt ends are basically meat candy. I want a good heavy coat of that all the way around. So what we're going to do at this point is we're going to go ahead and mix it up. We're going to make sure that that coating is on everything. Once we get it all mixed up, we're going to hit it one more time with a little bit more powder. And then with some barbecue sauce. Now remember, with our barbecue sauce, we don't want it to be cold. We want it to be at least room temperature when we put it on here, okay? So I've been letting this sit out and get up to temp. And we don't want to drown it. We just want to mix it in with that au jus and get everything evenly coated, so that when we get it underneath that smoke, it tacks up really nice and turns out to be a really good cover and a really good finishing touch. That flavor is going to be the first thing your tongue touches, and so we don't want it to overpower the beef. We just want it to give it that sweet kick and that barbecue kick to capture a little bit more smoke as soon as your tongue touches the meat. That's what she said. So these are starting to look really, really good. Now I put a light coat of the Texas Barbecue Chapter before, did 2 coats of LoneStarBQ, a little bit of room temperature barbecue sauce, throw just a hair more of this Texas Barbecue Chapter, and we're going to put this back on the smoker uncovered. So we're going to leave that on the smoker for about 15 minutes. Once 15 minutes is up, we're going to take a look at it, add a little shake, and put it back in there to finish it off. Look at that beautiful color there. That glaze is really setting in. And let's take a look at this a little closer. So now that we've got it out, there's still a little bit of loose au jus and some of that sauce that didn't render all the way. So we're going to hit it one more time with LoneStarBQ because it is such a sweet rub, just to let it caramelize. And then we're going to shake this up, kind of like you would wings in a bowl, because this is going to finish up in there over the next 15 to 20 minutes, and it'll be ready to taste, and I guarantee it's going to be delicious. Now we head back to the smoker for our final 15 minutes. Hey guys, so it's been that final 15 minutes, that time we've all been waiting for. These burn ends are done. I can't wait to open this up. Oh man, how beautiful are those? Those look so amazing. So I'm gonna get these off and over to the cutting board so we can give them a taste. Man, okay guys, so we just pulled them off and I set them on the table. They need to rest for a few minutes, just like any good piece of meat. When you pull it out of the grill, you gotta let it rest for a little while so the juices reconstitute and it stays nice and moist. Guys, I cannot wait to taste one of these pieces of burnt ends. Got a piece with a really good bark, nice and squishy. It just dissolved in my mouth like butter. And that's the whole point of burnt ends. It is meat candy. Holy cow, it was so good. I get a kick of the seasoning and a little hint of the sauce automatically. But then those rich flavors of the brisket point just kicked in. All those flavors marrying together there at the end. And then just that smoothness of that finish because it just melted right down. And guys, if you've never made brisket burn ends, make sure you do that. Remember, you cook your brisket. Again, there's going to be a link down below. Cook your brisket, separate your point from your flat, cube it up into 1-inch cubes, throw your favorite seasonings on there, throw it in the smoker. Then put some room temperature, at least, maybe warmer, barbecue sauce on there. Don't drown it. You're not boiling it in barbecue sauce. Just give it a good coat. Mix it around with that au jus, get it nice and covered, light coated powder on top of that. Throw it in there for about a half hour. Let that smoke get into that sauce. Let it glaze over. Let all those edges get nice and crispy. And then take it out, shake it up a little bit, throw a little more shake on there if you want, and then 15 more minutes and you are golden. Let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes and you have meat candy. Guys, if you've never made these before, I suggest you do it. I give this 10 out of 10. Hey guys, make sure you've liked, you comment, you subscribe, all those good things. Hit the bell so you don't miss any updates and notifications from us here at Brisket Medic. We hope you have a great remaining of your week. Drink more water.